Hey, Conglomerate. How you doing today, dude? Crunchyroll has a JoJo series? I'll check that out. Thank you. I think I just saw the first couple. I saw whatever was on... There's a couple seasons on Hulu or Netflix. And I watched all of those, but there was only a couple. I know there's like 5 or something. How many goldfish have I gotten? So far, I think we've gotten 5 or 6 goldfish. Yeah. I'm really hoping for purple fish, but we may not see a single one. Purple fish are incredibly... It's kind of weird. There's like 2 chances with purple fish. There's first a chance if you're ever going to see them on that month. And then there's also then the secondary chance of actually getting them in the fish thing. So I'm wondering if to get purple fish on a Fistful of Fish event, if you have to have a mystery fish event on the other time. Maybe the mystery fish event lasts the whole month, even though it only has an icon on one weekend. I don't know. Debating whether to get a Switch just for Fire Emblem. Thankfully, you don't have to get a Switch just for Fire Emblem. There's actually a lot of really solid titles on the Switch these days. Like, what I would do is look through the Switch library. If you can ping like 5+ titles you know you'd want to play, pick up a Switch. But, I mean, Stardew Valley's out on the Switch now. There's tons of great indie games out on the Switch. That new Dragon Quest game just came out. People are loving that one. Xenoblade's on there. If you want a JRPG fix, Hollow Knight's on there now. All the Pokemon stuff, Mario stuff. Like, there's, I mean, Zelda's on there if you're a Zelda fan. Warframe is even on Switch. Like, there's so much stuff on Switch now. Dead Cells is another great one. Yep. The new Animal Crossing is coming out on Switch. Yeah, Astral Chain. I'm looking forward to Astral Chain. We'll be playing that as early as we can. Yep. Vinland Saga is awesome. Vinland Saga? I'll have to look into that. I haven't heard of that one. Oh, Smash, of course. There you go. Yeah, Witcher 3's on the Switch. Who'd have thought, man? Crazy. Ace Attorney. There's a franchise that I need to get into. Now that I've done my Danganronpa 1 and 2, I've heard so many people tell me, like, you have to play Ace Attorney. You have to. Like, they're not giving me a choice. They're forcing me to play Ace Attorney. So we may have to try that at some point. Cohh, did you see Tangent's run of this game? He allowed 5 of his units to die? What? What, did he not use the time thing? How is that possible? He must have not been using the time pulse, right? Oh God. Wow. Oh, did he do it on purpose? Is he like testing mechanics or something? Oh, Wreck of the Pie Lord. I see that. Is he playing on Lunatic? No, Lunatic isn't out yet, right? Woo! 3 plats. Nice, dude. Nice haul. Did I watch a Castlevania anime on Netflix? I did, and I enjoyed it. I did. Oh, wait. He wasn't using the time pulse? Well, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yeah. Honestly, I kind of wish there was a mode where I could disable time pulse for other bonuses. Like, I think it'd be really cool if maybe you could, when you start a game, she would ask you, like, do you want the ability to rewind time, or do you want your character to have 5 extra damage per attack? Or, you know, like, I kind of wish that there was an option to remove it. Lunatic mode doesn't have time pulse? Is that true? That would be interesting. Oh, dude. Oh, wow. Oh, Luke Arceus is just guessing. Okay. Okay. Heroc9 says, notice me. You have been noticed. Have a great day. Have you ever watched Death Note? Yeah, me and my wife actually watched Death Note together. Oh, no! I got senpai'd by my mods, and I missed my goldfish. Agamir, you owe me 4 platinum fish, for the record. I am Bulb. I was curious, what are your ways to maximize efficiencies in monthly events? For example, how do you go about maximizing Sundays when to battle, seminar, explore, etc.? Okay, so early game, the only thing you need to maximize, there's two ways to maximize fishing, and the first, and see, here's the thing, for me to really figure out which one's the best, I'd have to sit down and do a lot of math, so I'm not sure which is the best, but there's two things to do. You either save all of your fishing bait for Fistful of Fish events, which before your A+ professor will get you tons of professor experience. That's one way to do it. But the only other thing you need to make absolutely sure is that every single month you are always buying all the bait off the vendors. If you don't buy the bait off the fishing vendors for a month, you are just throwing away free XP. So that's the biggest thing. In terms of seminar and everything, never wait. I don't see any reason to wait outside of restoring some of your armor stuff. I've never waited once, and I never plan to. Seminars also generally not very good. The only reason I could see seminars being something you want to do is if you've maxed every single social link that you want. It's not a day before an instruction, and all the people you want to instruct are max motivation. So, yeah. So the TLDR is make sure you're always fishing. Save for Fistful of Fish events if you want the most XP. Explore when you need to get motivation up before instruction days. And always, always, always battle the... If you ever have a prologue, make sure you do that. You also want to do quests first, paralogs first, then quests, then rare monsters, if you're planning for that. And also, it's best to do battling on weekends that don't have an instruct day the next week. Because that way you don't have to worry about motivation. So, yeah, hope all that helps. Yeah, also, if you're starting from the beginning, I recommend recruit as many people as you can in part 1, because that's going to open up the most paralogs for you to do. So, yeah, that's kind of huge. So definitely recruit as many people as you can. Like when I'm going to do a second playthrough of this game at some point. When I do the second playthrough, before I play, we're going to take a vote for the house, red or yellow. Before I start that game, I'm going to get a list of every single recruitable person. And our goal will be to make sure our main character is skilled enough, and we get all the supports necessary to recruit every single person into our school that we can. So, yeah, that's our second playthrough is going to be like that. We're basically going to maximize as much as we can. I have heard somebody was able to recruit everyone before. Bellatina, that is not accurate, because unfortunately many schools, actually I believe all of them have people they can't recruit from other schools. So, like if you're red, you can't recruit Dedu. You just can't. I think if you're red, you also can't recruit Hilda. Stuff like that. There are some characters that are important to the main story that they're with certain people, and those people you can't pull into your side because it would affect part 2. Yeah. Hey, Jukebox Guy. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, dude. Natharia says you can recruit Hilda in blue. You also can't recruit leaders. Yeah, stuff like that. I honestly will be, now that I've played through the blue house, I would be very surprised if I liked yellow or red more. Like, I've loved blue house. I love the people in the class. I love Dimitri's fall. I've absolutely loved him clawing his way out of the darkness. Damn, that was a good one. Like, blue house has been awesome. It has been and the story has been great, and I've loved every mission. Like, I would be blown away if yellow and red were on the same level of quality. Which is one of the reasons I'm excited to play it again sometime. Yep. You say that because you don't know much about the other houses. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's what I'm saying. I've been enjoying this one so much I would just be really surprised if the others were as good. Not saying they aren't. I'm just saying I'll be surprised when they are. Which red? I've heard red. I know red has two sides. I've heard one of the sides is okay, and I've heard one of the sides is awesome. I don't know which is which, and I don't care to know, so don't bother telling me. But yeah, and I've even heard the okay one is good. It's just the other one's apparently like really good. But again, I'm purposefully like not looking for details on this stuff because again, down the road, I would love to play this game again. One day. Yeah, this is my first Fire Emblem ever. Yep. Dude, I am officially like, Fire Emblem has become my jam. Doesn't necessarily I'm going to play other ones, but every Fire Emblem that comes out after this one, you can probably expect 100% run of it. Yep, I am now a Fire Emblem fan. Big time. Niscatica says, in my opinion, Blue Story is the weakest, so prepare for awesome. Nani? Damn, dude. Well, that's awesome to hear. My lord. Okay. I've loved the Blue Story. I think it's been great. It's been super tropey, but that doesn't bother me. That's fine. I've still really enjoyed it. Tropes can be fun if you let them. Awesome. Ah, not so good. Almost to the top tier bait. Almost there, chat. Thank you so much for your patience. This is the first time in like a very, very long time that I've actually gained a significant amount of viewers fishing. We've gained almost 400 viewers since I've been fishing. You guys are awesome. I see we have a lot of fishing enthusiasts in chat today. Thank you guys. Thank you. One day he'll see. Oh, damn it, Jukebox. I was reading your message. Well, I saw your message. Okay. Accursed Jukebox. Ban him. I know, right? That's totally my fault. I think he said sub message, though. Did I miss your sub message? Ah, here we go. Hello, sir. Have you seen the game New World? That's one from Amazon Game Studios, right? If so, are you excited for it? It's the only game I'm excited for, ATM. I need more multiplayer games to have fun with. Juke, I have seen New World. I actually jumped into an early build of it. And to be blunt, what I played was really nothing impressive at all. Now, it could have been that it was early in development, but the thing is it's essentially like I looked through every menu, I looked around the world, I played it for a little bit, and there was nothing that it was doing that felt new or interesting. But again, that was a very long time ago. So, and a lot has probably changed. I haven't played it at all in recent. Oh, weird, it's under NDA. I actually didn't sign an NDA for it. Oh, interesting though. But anyway, regardless, it's I'm gonna be checking out New World for sure. But I don't know what to expect of it yet. I don't know what to expect of it. It's I mean, if you've seen it, if you've looked at it, it looks like Ark. You can read about it. It's not really like doing anything that's super new. So I don't really know, like when you're gonna see New World and you have the bullet points under it of what makes it interesting. I don't know what it's gonna be for New World. In fact, Jukebox, what has drawn you to it? When you said it was one of your most anticipated games, what makes you say that? I'm actually curious to hear. What made you say that? Zillion went to lunch, Cohh was fishing. Came back from lunch, Cohh is still fishing. Yeah, pretty much. We're almost done, though. We're getting there. Getting close. But no, all that being said, I mean, I always check out games like that. The kind of multiplayer sandbox games. I always see if they're good. I mean, the last kind of big one we did was Age of Conan. You know, we spent a week or two in Age of Conan. And I'm sure I'll do that in New World too. And hopefully there'll be some interesting things. I mean, I will say this. I want Amazon Game Studio to succeed, especially considering its record so far of not super great games. So I'm hoping that it'll be good. But yeah. Oh, that's right. We did play Atlas for a little bit. Yeah, Atlas was always kind of... I caught it arcless, you know? I mean, like, it was arc. It was arc with ships. Yeah. 4 would be great. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, it was never really. Oh, the scale of it. It's the first actually massive world and such. We get all these survival games with big open worlds that turn out to be tiny squares with nothing to do. But this game is actually large scale and has a lot of potential. Well, Jukebox, what about Atlas? I mean, Atlas was huge, wasn't it? Or do you mean, is it bigger than Atlas? I'm honestly not even sure. Atlas was also squares with servers. True, but you could easily jump on the servers, so I feel like that was a little bit different. Atlas was a huge mess. Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It was technically completely... I mean, especially the first couple days of Atlas were pathetic. I mean, it was terrible. And the way that they managed it... Atlas had some of the worst PR I've ever seen a game company have when it released. Like, no joke. Like, they are in, like, the top 5. They're probably second or third in terms of completely... Like, we have no idea what we're doing. Nobody who's a professional is running this kind of thing. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Yeah. Yeah, you remember that, Danute? Dude, it was miserable. They like announced... Yeah, it was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. It was their 76. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of was. It was their 76. Mm-hmm. What was so bad about it? Well, what was terrible was it was terrible for actually multiple reasons. The biggest reason it was terrible was because they basically had this giant countdown and they hyped everyone up. All the streamers got active. Everyone was sitting there waiting for the servers to come up, and there was a countdown on the website, and then the timer got to 0. Nothing happened. 30 minutes later, without any explanation, the company then puts up another tweet. And without even acknowledging the fact that they just missed their window, they said that the game would be open the next day at a certain time. And then the next day at that time, they pushed it back again. Like, it's seriously like they got Bill the coder and they just took him away from his code and they said, hey, go jump on that Twitter and just, you know, post some stuff when you feel like it. Like, if there was a professional running that, they should never work in PR again. It was offensive because, like, people had waited hours on that first day looking at a web page timer waiting for this game to come up, and then they didn't even acknowledge the fact that the timer was completely bogus. Like, it was obscene. Like, I've never seen anything else like it. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Obscene. What game are we talking about? Atlas. But then again, that was just one of the many reasons it failed. And then, if you want to talk about the second super shady thing that happened, they only let in a small group of streamers on a server that had basically better hardware than most. So what they did was they only let streamers on. They had the streamers stream the game in this, like, perfect environment. They sold the game without the servers being up to thousands and thousands of people. And then when the servers opened, it turned out that they had no idea how to run them properly. And none of them worked for days. And what's even crazier is they didn't tell us that's what was happening. So we were inadvertently, like, selling this product falsely to these people. Like, showing them, like, this is the experience you're going to get if you buy it. And then, like, without being told, those servers were just, like, completely not what the experience was going to be at all. So yeah, it was bad, dude. It was bad. Like it ripped off consumers. They screwed with streamers. They messed with everyone's timetable. Like it was again one of the worst game launches I have ever seen, ever. And then of course the whole like, no, this game is an ARC, and then you could open up a screen in the game that basically said and showed in with proof that it was just an ARC expansion essentially. And it's just like, oh. Midnight says Cohh did say don't buy it. Oh yeah, oh I absolutely did. When I found out what was going on, I told everyone in the stream multiple times, do not buy this game. I was streaming the game telling people, don't buy this. This is not indicative of what you're going to get. Do not get this. Like, again, one of the only times I've ever done that. Outside of stuff on the Epic Game Store. Did they ever apologize for that stuff? I don't remember. I do want to say I think they put up like a tweet or something with one of those like tweet longers. I think they did a week or two later apologize for it, but I think it was more like, hey, sorry the servers were bad, now they're good, give us your money. You know, I think it was more like that kind of apology. I don't think it was like a really kind of like, oh guys, like we screwed up, we're sorry. I think it was more like a, we're sorry we took all your money. Oh, it sucks you can't play the game you paid for, doesn't it? Oh, you're having trouble refunding? Oh, it hurts us, it does. Yeah, like I think it was more of that kind of apology. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Sir Albrecht says, any comment about Rep Kevin McCarthy's statement that there are no mass shootings in Japan because there are no video games there? I think it is too precious not to hear your thoughts. I posted my opinion on Twitter about what I think about the whole video game causing violence thing is. I think it's a crock. I think that it's the exact same argument that politicians used in the 60s and 70s. Metal music causes murders. If your kid listens to metal music, he's gonna go out and kill everybody, and then once they're dead, he's gonna cut their head off, and he's gonna skull fluff them, and it's, oh god, it's that metal music. It's terrible. Like, it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. Reefer madness. That's right, Snapcat. Oh, it's those weed heads. It's those pot faces. You know, out there with their pipes and their bongers, and oh man, I mean, it's basically what video games are, is it is a crutch for people to hold up an argument where an actual argument doesn't exist, or more importantly, in today's world, the real reasons for the violence they don't want to acknowledge. That's what it is. Video games are a smokescreen that politicians throw out when they don't want you looking too deep into why things actually happen. So, like, for instance, there was this massive... Now, again, before I say this, I need to be very clear. I'm not saying this to go the directions of politics. We're talking about video games and politics right now, and that's what I'm doing. There was a murder, a shooting spree here in America recently. The dude wrote a manifesto. He says in it multiple talking points of Republicans. He actually has a picture on his Facebook of Trump with guns. Like, it's so clear what's the problem is here. And then on Fox News, a dude talking about that person said the reason he did it was video games. And it's just like, the dude wrote why he did it. He literally wrote down why he did it. like what? It's just like, what are you talking about? So, and again, not to get political, and for the record, there's stuff on the other side of the spectrum too. Okay, Democrats can be just as bad. Left wing, right wing, they both suck. The more extreme you go on either side, the more it sucks. So that wasn't a Trump thing, but it is a video games thing. So to have somebody like go after video games with that, it's just like, what are you doing? And for the record, there's been people on the other side of the aisle saying the same thing. Yes. Both, please. Not right now, but there were people on our side, the Democrats, saying the exact same thing, and it's just as dumb. It just makes zero, like, again, it makes zero sense. So, regardless of your political affiliation, like, ignorance and stupidity is a universal human constant. Yeah. So that's where we are with that, and that's all I'm going to talk about. That, for the record, I'm done with that. Yeah. Oh, people know I'm a Democrat. I was part of the Never Trump movement. Still am. But it doesn't mean I'm going to talk about it every day or throw my beliefs in your face. You're not here for politics. You're here for video games. I'm going to do my best to respect that. Yep. And if you voted for Trump, good for you, dude. Make your opinion be heard. All I ask people to do is they vote. That's all. That was a pretty good one. What are politics? It's a kind of beetle. Yeah, they're like ticks. They're politics. They suck your blood. It's nasty. They ruin a good day. It's just terrible. Yeah. They're itchy. They're very irritable. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh my. It happened. It happened. We're gonna get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Just baited. Still, it was pretty good. I mean, it's still good, don't get me wrong. But, oof. Oof. Okay. Almost done, dudes. Almost done. And then we are going to, like, pile drive to this main story after some support stuff. I just researched the cure for cancer while Cohh is fishing. Oh. Oh. Oh my lord. Chat is flying. I'm like trying to keep up, but every time I read something, more stuff pops on the screen. Frothy Brew, that's right, dude. You should check out the Future Diary anime. It's available on Future Diaries. I think I've seen Future Diaries, actually. Yeah. Did I react to the set to the voice clips? I played them and they're amazing. Yeah, dude, the set to the voice actor is such a boss. I can't believe he did that. He's a really cool dude. Hey, little ghoulie, are there any horror games coming out that you think you want to play? Yes, I want to play that Blair Witch game coming out. That looks really cool. Also, what was that? There's a game coming out like Alien Isolation. Can't remember the name of it right now, but it looked awesome. Oh, also, for those that didn't hear, I made a pledge. I'm going to be playing Alien Isolation in VR this Halloween. Wish me luck. That game horrified me without VR. And I haven't played it for a very long time. So, yeah, that's going to be real. I must say I'm equal parts excited and horrified for it. That game gave me heart palpitations just playing it normally. Am I gonna need new pants? Yeah, I'm gonna have some backup pants just in case. Oh my lord, dude. It's gonna be fun. I still need to get this index set up. Cohh is gonna punch something playing Alien? I probably am. Thank you, Alizar Universe. That's super nice of you. Man, I'm very interested to see how lucrative this fishing thing was. JP wanted you to talk about the index. Yeah, we don't have drop frames this week, so I've got another week to set it up. I'm gonna try to get the index all set up and test it out a little bit before the next drop frame, so we can chat about it a little bit. Am I interested in Oxygen Not Included? I'm very interested in Oxygen Not Included. That's one of the next big games I'm going to be playing on the channel. Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, 999, and Oxygen Not Included are kind of the next big games I'm going to be playing. What is an index? I'll show you in a second. What about Subnautica VR? I tried Subnautica in VR. I love Subnautica. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It was terrible in VR. Subnautica in VR is one of the only games that gave me actual motion sickness. Like, the thing is if you open up Subnautica next time you have a chance, and you'll notice that your character doesn't stay still because he's underwater. He goes like this. And if you're playing on a monitor, that's okay. But when you're in VR and you're sitting still, but you're constantly feeling like you're in motion, no, it was not a good effect. It was not a good effect. And then also in Subnautica, the game does a really good job when you move around, your character's vision moves naturally. Like if you move forward, like you don't just go forward. Your character like leans back a little, like he's putting his arms out, and he goes forward, and he kind of like they've taken great pains to make Subnautica feel like you're moving naturally underwater, and that does not translate to VR because you're not moving that way. So you never feel like your feet are on the ground. You're constantly just kind of like, ugh. It was weird. Yeah, I didn't like it. Maybe they've changed that. Maybe they've fixed it. Maybe you can disable all that stuff now. I don't know. Because I tried the Subnautica VR when it was very early. Like it was still a beta branch, you know? But yeah. I will say if they give you the ability to turn off that natural movement, that was a great one. Then I think it could be pretty cool. Yeah, so, and hopefully by now they've done that. I know I wasn't the only one to complain about the motion sickness when they released that, so. Oh, one sec. I am missing a couple things. Thank you, Nuriel. Get to those in just a sec. We've got Red 854 Lava Fries. Love everything you do and continue to do. You and every streamer that I follow have helped me turn my anxiety and depression around. I don't think I will ever be able to convey what you have done for me. Well, good vibes to you, Red. That's great to hear, man. That is great to hear. Thank you. Juggler says, becoming a first-time dad in less than 3 weeks. How prepared am I? Here's throat. Once a man assaulted me with milk, butter, and cheese. How dare he? How dare he? How dare he? Okay. I'd say you're pretty prepared, friend. I'd say you're pretty prepared. You're over-prepared. If your kid isn't even here in 3 weeks. I'd say you're a little bit over-prepared. Well done. Well done.